Hi everybody, it's me, Miss Theresa, and I'm here to do another movement art lesson with you today. Today we are going to be building phrases. We're going to be building dance phrases and building word phrases with special words called adjectives and prepositions. So we'll learn all about that. We'll also learn about a dance maker named Liz Lerman and about a special process that she uses. But you know, the first thing that we need to do is warm up. So please join me for your warm up. Let's stand up, push our chairs in. We'll stand behind our chairs with our feet together, hands by our sides, eyes and ears to the screen, and we'll be ready to move. All right, guys, so we are standing feet together, hands by our side. We'll get started with our warm up. Let's just start with our head, dropping our chin all the way down to our chest, and then we'll lift it up and then dropping back just very gently. Good. Noticing how heavy your head feels. Do you notice that your head is heavy? It feels heavy? Our heads are pretty heavy. Good, now let's drop one ear to our shoulder. And we'll gently lift it up. And drop our other ear to our shoulder. And good, being gentle when we lift it up. Let's do that one more time. Letting our ear just drop to our shoulder. Good. And letting our ear just drop right there over our shoulder. Good. All right, center of our head now. We'll move our head around in a circle. We're still being very gentle with our movement. Good. And we'll move it around the other way. Good, and up, good. Well, let's bring our arms out beside us. Good, and now we're going to twist. We're going to do some twisting moves. Good, with our torso. Torsos, do you remember what part of your body your torso is? What's this part with your chest and your, I'll scoot forward a little bit, and your ribs, and your belly, and your sides, and your back. That's your torso. So we've got our hands to the side. And when we twist, they go in front of and behind our bodies. They even pass our bodies. Good. And we'll circle our wrists. Good. Let's open and close our hands. Open and close. Open and close. Good. Open and close. Good. Let's put our fingers between each other. Yeah. We're going to reach down and we'll reach all the way up. Good. Now we'll bring our hands to the side of our body by bending our torso. Keep our fingers laced. Good. Stretching side and side. Awesome. Good, now let's roll our torso so our head is in front of us. Good, let's keep our fingers laced and we'll just gently rock side to side. So we're being very gentle with our bodies this morning. It's a good idea to be gentle when you're starting your warm up. And let's wiggle our shoulders out. Good, we released our hands. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways. Let's go ahead, put our arms behind our back, and we'll lace our fingers one more time. Good. And we're going to reach our hands up. Good. Up over our head. Can you guys, well, you can see my watch at least and my arms. Good. So I'm letting my arms go towards my head. I know you can still hear me even if you can't see me. So I'm getting a good stretch in my shoulders right now. Oh, good. And I kind of went forward a little bit more. Okay, let's stay down here one more second. We're being very gentle and mindful Good, now we're gently going to release our hands, let them come back to our sides, and we'll roll up. Awesome, okay. One more wiggle. Now we're ready to move. But first, let's learn a little bit about Liz Lerman. So let's have a seat. All right, guys. Great job with your warm-up. Let's learn a little bit about a dance artist named Liz Lerman. So Liz Lerman is a dance artist. She's a choreographer. That's a person who makes dances. And she was born in Los Angeles, California. She's the director of a dance company called Liz Lerman Dance Exchange. So a dance company is a group of dancers that dance together and do performances, and sometimes other things like give classes and work with other people in a community. And I wanted to tell you about Liz Lerman today because we're going to be using one of her processes to create our dances today. So one reason that Liz Lerman is a special and important dance artist is because she shares her process, the way that she makes dances, right? Your process is how you do something, like the process of eating a bite of macaroni and cheese is first you make the macaroni and cheese and then you put it in a bowl, and the next part in the sequence is you get your spoon and you put your spoon in the bowl and then you scoop up some macaroni, right? What do you do then next? You put it in your mouth. You chew it up and you eat it and you taste the delicious goodness of macaroni and cheese, right? So a process is a sequence of things that you do in an order. It's how you do something. So what she did is she shared the way that she makes dances. You can have a way of making dances, a process of making dances. And there's lots of different ways to do it. But she had certain ways, special ways that she did it. And then she shared it with everybody. She put her processes on the internet so you can find them on her website. And that was really cool and really important because it helps other people to make dances. Not just dance artists, movement artists like me, but anybody could make a dance using Liz Lerman's process. So she made it more accessible. She made it so like anybody could make a dance, and that's really cool. So one of those, the processes that she uses is called build a phrase. And I thought it would be so cool to build a phrase with you guys, because that's what you're doing with words right now, with adjectives and prepositions. You're learning how to build phrases. So what is a phrase even, right? So in ELA, in English, a phrase is a group of words that go together, right? That makes sense together. So a phrase isn't really necessarily a whole sentence, but it's like part of a sentence that makes sense. And when we're writing, we want our sentences to be interesting. So we can add special words like adjectives and prepositions, which we're about to learn about, to our phrases to make them more interesting, right? When we're writing. We can also add moves to our movement phrases. We can make movement phrases too. Clap your hands if you're with me. Wiggle your ears if you're still listening. Okay, so when we make movement phrases, we use moves instead of words, okay? And we can build movement phrases together too. So I'm going to lead you through a way to build a movement phrase that is based on Liz Lerman's way of building phrases called build a phrase. Okay, thumbs up if you're excited. Wiggle your shoulders if you're ready. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on our feet, and we're going to learn about adjectives and prepositions, and we will create some word phrases and some movement phrases together. Okay, guys, so let's start building some phrases. First, we're going to use adjectives, some adjectives to build our phrases. So An adjective is a word that describes a noun. So when we say describes, it tells us about something, and the kinds of words that it tells us about are nouns: a person, a place, a thing, an animal, okay? So before we start thinking of some adjectives, let's start thinking of a noun. So I'm going to write the word, but also we're going to do a move for the word too. So the first one the first noun I'm thinking of is dog. So I'm going to write dog right here. Let's see. D-O-G. Okay, dog. So could you think of a word that tells us about a dog? I'm sure you guys can think of some, and if your teacher wants to pause the video and you guys can think of some adjectives that describe dog, you can do that. Or you can just listen along and I'll think of some words that describe dog. But first, before we even start with our adjective, let's think about a move for dog. Okay, so when you think of a dog, how could a dog move? Okay, you guys probably have lots of different dog moves, right? Dogs do, what do? They go up with their paws like this, they get excited, they wag their tail, sometimes they pant like this when they're breathing the tongue out on this. Lots of dog moves. Let's do this one. So let's see, we can have this and we can wag our tail. So that's going to be our dog move. Okay, so anytime we say dog in our phrase, we'll do this move. Dog. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now let's think of an adjective that could describe the dog. What could a dog be like? I bet you guys have some great ideas. The first one that I thought was fluffy. I'm going to write my adjectives with a blue marker. So that could tell us about a dog could be fluffy. Okay, I'm going to write fluffy right here in front of dog. Fluffy. Miss Theresa has kind of messy handwriting sometimes, but just trust me, that says fluffy. Okay, a fluffy dog. Could we think of a move for fluffy dog? Fluffy. Okay, let's try it. When I think fluffy, I think like fluffy. Okay, let's do that. So I did 3 hand gestures. I started up here, right? Okay, so we're gonna start here. We're gonna pay attention. We're gonna do 1, open our hands, 2, 3. So our hands go high to low for fluffy. So let's say the word fluffy while we're doing the movement. Fluffy. Ready again. Fluffy. So here's the end of our fluffy move. But now we know this is a fluffy what? Dog. So we're going to turn over here with our hands. So we were here. And then we turned so that we could do our dog move. How many wiggles should we do? Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's do the phrase fluffy dog. Again, the movement. We'll say it and do it. Ready? Here we go. Fluffy dog. 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, so before we just had dog, it could be any kind of dog. Now we know it's a fluffy dog. Let's add another adjective. So we're adding adjectives and we're adding moves to our phrases. Okay. What else could describe a dog? Large. I'm thinking of my mom's dog right now. He is a large, fluffy dog. He's very big. A large, fluffy dog. So I'll put large here in front of fluffy. Large. Okay. Large, fluffy dog. Now we need a move for large. What kind of move could show? What kind of move feels large to you? Large. I'm thinking like that. It's so large it doesn't even fit in the frame of the video almost. So, I started with my hands here. We need to pay attention to where our moves begin and end so we know we're doing them the right way. So, the same way over and over again. And then my arms expanded like this. I got higher on my tiptoes. Large. Let's do that large move again. Ready? Here we go. large. Now we have to add that onto fluffy. So you remember your fluffy move. Fluffy dog. Let's try that again. Large, fluffy dog. One more time. Large, fluffy dog. Awesome. So we could even put the word a in front of that. So a is not an adjective, but that could be part of a phrase. It's not a whole sentence. I won't put it in blue. Let's put the A in green. A, and then we have the two adjectives that help us build our phrase. A large, fluffy dog. Awesome job, guys. Now we're going to learn about prepositions. Okay, so the next kind of word that can help us build phrases is called a preposition. Can you guys say that with me? Preposition. Let's say it one more time. Preposition. Okay. But it's different than an adjective. So you know an adjective tells us about one noun, but prepositions tells us about more than one thing and what their relationship is. Okay? So a relationship is like what one thing means to another thing, right? Or it could be like, it could tell us things like where or when. So we have to have two things for a preposition that it's telling us about. So let's think about Miss Theresa and the easel. That's what this whole thing is called. It's called an easel. So Miss Theresa is one thing. I'm a person, right? And the easel is another thing. And right now our relationship is that I'm next to the easel. So Miss Theresa is next to the easel. Miss Theresa is behind the easel. Behind is a preposition. Next to is a preposition. Miss Theresa is in front of the easel. Okay, those are all prepositions. They tell us about the relationship between Miss Theresa and the easel. Okay, so we need to have two things for a preposition. Let's think about two things. I'm going to use my purple for this. So I'm going to think about, there's a man. And the other thing is some stairs. So let's say the man is climbing. That's a verb because it tells us an action. Okay. But here's we've got man and stairs. Those are our two things. So the man is climbing. Man is climbing up the stairs. The man could be climbing down the stairs. The man could be climbing around the stairs. Those are all prepositions. Okay, so let's build a phrase. We just wrote a phrase. We just built a phrase, that one. So we could say a man is by some stairs, or we could say a man is climbing stairs, or he's climbing up and down and around the stairs. That's more exciting. Okay, so now we need a move for man. Do you guys have a move for man? Okay, I'm thinking of this one. The man is climbing up, down. Okay, wait. We got to put them together. So first we have the man. So we're going to show climbing up. Up is our preposition. So I turned my body this way. Let's do 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, going higher. Okay, so we start with man. The man is climbing 1, 2, 3, up. Then I went backwards for down. 1, 2, 3, and I changed my level to get lower. I could show you up and down, right? Because up is usually higher, down is usually lower, right? Okay, let's put those again. So the man is the man is climbing. We're gonna show up, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3. The next one is what? Around. Do you guys have any idea for around? A move that could show around? Okay. Let's see, I bet somebody did this one. 1, 2, 3, around, like that. Good, let's put that together. So, first our move goes. We did a jump move. The man is climbing up, down, and around the what? Stairs. So we need a move for stairs too. Do you have a move for stairs? Okay, let's try this one. 1, 2, 3. It kind of shows like a person going up the stairs. Okay, so we went around. So we were here in this kind of pose right here. And I'm going to use my arm that's closest to the screen to go 1, 2, 3 for stairs. Let's go. Stairs. Good. Let's put that movement phrase together and we'll say the word phrase at the same time. Here we go. The man is climbing. Oh, that's a whole sentence. The man is climbing up, down, around the stairs. Okay, great job, guys. All right, so let's put those two phrases together to create a dance. And we might even create a couple more phrases, but we'll put all of our phrases together to create a larger dance. That's one way we can make a dance, is by we make a phrase, and then we make a phrase, we make a phrase. We make a move first, then we put those moves together in a phrase, then we have phrases, and we put them all together to make a whole dance. So it's easy. Okay, let's do it. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and wrote some phrases here. These are the phrases that I built with some words. You guys could build your own. And these phrases up here I wrote are adjectives in orange. Okay, they're the nouns that they're describing. And then for these phrases, I used prepositions, blue, for our prepositions. Okay, so we know large fluffy dog already. So we started with, our first move was large. Our body was turned this way. So we went large, and then our arms went up for fluffy, and we turned dog, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just counting that in my head, right? Okay, so we have large fluffy dog. Now, soup is what we are describing. So I've got steamy. Who's got a move for steamy? Okay, I'm thinking steamy. Okay, so remember, we need to look at where our moves begin and end when we're putting moves together. That's really important. So my hand started here for steamy. I think I went 1, 2, 3, 4 for steamy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a move that shows the steam is rising up. That's why I chose that move. You might have done it a different way. Okay, what about spicy? Spicy. Ooh, I did 4 again. So let's say steamy goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our hands need to come to our face for spicy. 1, 2, 3, 4, like it's spicy hot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So steamy, spicy, soup. What could show soup? Oh, I'm thinking of a big soup. Soup. Like that's a bowl, and this is my spoon, soup. Okay, so we've got steamy, spicy soup. Let's do that phrase together. Okay, so steamy, spicy, soup. So I started with my arm here from spicy. I brought one arm in front to make the bowl. Then I grabbed my spoon here, so that's where it went first. And then the spoon goes around the bowl. Okay, one more. We have prickly little cactus. Okay, so let's think prickly little cactus. Prickly. Ooh, prickly is a move that I was thinking. So I started neutral, crossed my arms, and I thought about little prickles touching my skin. So I went up and down. Let's just do up and down. Okay, so prickly, up and down. Little. Do you have a move that could show little? Little. Okay, so prickly. Prickly. I went shorter like this. Yeah, and then to show you something small, little, I've got one hand above and one hand below. Okay? Oh, those are prepositions. And then cactus. Oh, I'm thinking cactus this way. That's what I thought of. Like a cactus that has little arms that come out like this. Okay, let's put those together. So from neutral, prickly little cactus. Okay, great. Could we put all of those together to make an adjective dance? Okay, so these are about adjectives that are helping us build our phrases. Now we're putting those phrases together in a dance. So we'll start with large, fluffy dog. Here we go. Large, fluffy dog. Then we have steamy. We had to make a transition there. Spicy soup. And we went to prickly little cactus. Great job. So I said a special word there called transitions. Can I hear you say transitions? Transition. So when we're doing phrases with moves, a transition is how we get from one move to the next move, or from one phrase to the next phrase. So we didn't really create transitions together, like I didn't teach them to you, but we kind of just created them on the spot because we're running out of time and we still have to get to prepositions. So let's do it. We have our first phrase with prepositions. The man climbed up, down, around the stairs. We already have that one, right? Okay, so do you remember our move for the man? The man climbed up, down, around the stairs. Okay, very good. Our next one says the astronaut. So remember, it's a relationship between two things. So the astronaut floated in, through, across space. So the relationship is between the astronaut and between outer space. The astronaut floated in the space, through the space, and across the space. Okay, so do we have a move for astronaut? We already have this for man. What could be astronaut? I'm thinking of an astronaut suit in a suit waving like this. So we could say the astronaut floated. How could we show in? Okay, if he's doing floated, maybe we could be like in, because I'm thinking of like going in. Okay, so let's try it. The astronaut, we're gonna float up. Floated in. The next one is through. Through. Let's put those together. The astronaut floated in. How did I do that? In. Let's do it this way. So this arm that is waving will come underneath for in. And then we can go through this way. So that arm will go in, and then it will go through, and then we need to do a cross, a move for a cross. Maybe a cross. And then how could we do a move for space? Let's go back to the beginning. The astronaut floated in, through, across. Oh, I'm thinking of like stars for space. So maybe we can do stars like that, like little twinkling stars, space. Okay, there we go. So we have the astronaut floated in, through. We take that hand across. Now we bring both of our arms up to do twinkling stars for space. Awesome job with your phrases, guys. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun building phrases, building word phrases, and building movement phrases. And I hope if you want to, like now you can create some movement phrases and create some word phrases, some writing phrases, right? You could write some phrases using adjectives and prepositions. Maybe you can try to make up your own. I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.